Hey everybody, Glenn Hausman here reporting for the NYU Hospitality Investment Conference with Robin Kirk of Maverick. This video is brought to you by my good friends over at unifocus.com, technology that delivers value. Check them out at unifocus.com. So we're here at the event. Everyone's saying things are good. I think they're being cockeyed optimists. How do you see it?
No, I actually think things are good, different good.
Okay.
I think the expectation is of more transactions, of growing demand in the marketplace, of, if not a stellar year, a good solid year, and potentially new development coming back. Where I might disagree quite strongly is the way it's going to feel will not be the way it used to be. So what we're seeing is fairly huge changes in the way people travel and why they travel.
Right, and that is interesting. And I think one of the things that we tend to do as human beings is, we love to look back at where we were.
Yeah.
And whatever those past times were, they seem like the good times, right? That's why everybody's really, I'm still listening to 80s music today, right? It makes me feel a certain way. But that doesn't mean that's where we are today.
Right.
You have to adapt, you have to change. So when you're thinking about adapting and changing, come a little bit closer to me as well. When you're thinking about adapting and changing, where do you think you need to be in order to meet customer expectations of today and tomorrow, now that they keep moving along?
The customer base is obviously changing. The pandemic changed it initially. The nature of work has changed fundamentally. So this idea of potentially hybrid lodging at all levels of the market is a lot of fun.
Right.
And it might not be branded. Obviously, technology has fundamentally changed the way people buy travel. And the middlemen, the brands, certainly the online travel agencies, the role they play for buyers is going to change. Will buyers be buying a specific brand, or are they going to buy a way of packaging travel? Are they going to approach it in an entirely different way as potentially groups of common-minded people with common interests? And possibly that's the way they're going to buy travel, especially leisure travel.
Right, and I've seen there are certain brands that have come up in the last few years that are basically built around their brand about a very specific psychographic in a much more in-depth way than we've seen up to today. So,
completely.
Right? So
we have a couple of resorts by the sea or next to a mountain, and it used to be that we had to put a marble bathroom in.
Right.
Why? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Because
it was always done that way. Again, what we said at the beginning, going back to the way things used to be and getting caught up in that cycle.
And fundamentally now we know that the person coming to Cape Cod doesn't give two hoots about a marble bathroom. They give a great deal of attention and time because they're spending their own dollars.
Robin, now that I'm getting older, I see that marble bathroom as a slip hazard.
It's a major slip hazard. What we want is actually the view, the experience, the salt air, and people that work in our industry who can translate the meaning of the local community to the traveler. I know they're hackneyed words, but the idea of authenticity is huge.
And experience. Don't forget that one. Yeah.
So, but the question is, what is the role of Airbnb? What is the role of the traditional hotel, the branded hotel, the independent hotel? I don't know. What I know is it's not going to look and feel like it did 10 years ago.
Right.
And that lovely year, 2019, we all remember it. What a great year in the industry. Whoop-de-doo. It's not going to look and feel like that.
Right.
What is the length of stay going to be? I suspect whoever listens more closely to the customer, and not just the millennial, but these different subgroupings of customers in different areas, will best be able to cater to their very specific needs and take advantage of these changes. But underneath that, I think the idea of a place to work and play, both in suburbia and typical resort locations, is really interesting. And it might not look and feel like a traditional hotel.
And nor should it,
Right.
because then you're forcing yourself into these pre-built boxes of life. And now that we've gone through all this trouble of breaking down the barriers between work and play, I think we need places to be able to express that in different sides of the day, right?
Yes. And our property on Navy Pier,
Which I've stayed at, which is fantastic.
Which is fantastic. Is it urban? Is it resort? Is it both? It's entirely different. Obviously, it's performing incredibly well because it feels different. It feels like
Right.
you're on a ship out
It
there
really does.
on the lake
It's
in the
all
middle
the way
of
at the end of the
Chicago.
pier,
Oh,
right
it's
by like
great.
the world's largest outdoor bar, and it's like
Yeah.
amazing.
We run this incredibly huge bar year round.
Yep.
And so people who are going there are fulfilling many, many needs at once. And the level of repeat business is quite remarkable. We tend to think that the branding organizations with soft brands will be more successful. We also tend to think that smaller organizations tend to be more nimble.
Yep.
Obviously, we think we are.
Yeah.
But we're capable of focusing with a great deal of experience on an owner's asset and working with them to make sure that asset completely fulfills the needs of the customer in that area. We might be defining entirely new groups of customers, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that's okay. We're almost out of time. One more question to ask you. When it comes to technology, you guys finding success in utilizing technology to help get those operational costs under control?
Totally.
Yeah.
And in fact, we're talking to Unifocus, but
convenient.
Partly because I came
Check out
to meet with you.
unifocus.com. Yeah.
No, we've got a full suite of tools. The wonderful advantages of the web-based modeling is that any management organization can have current tools to maximize revenue performance, cost control, and customer service delivery. In fact, the smaller organizations are more nimble at using those tools, so we tend to have an inbuilt advantage there. Technology is a wonderful thing to be embraced. At the core of what we do is giving our customers a bed for the night and a meal for the belly. If we give them a wonderful meal, a safe, secure environment, and if we do what we do with love and true rootedness in the local community, we're just going to win.
Yep.
It's a great world.
Every single day. I'm Glenn Hausman. That's Robin Kirk. We could go on forever. We're going to get you on the full No Vacancy live show at some point. That was a lot of fun. See you later.
Thanks. Bye.